Greetings out there in YouTube land. This is Morris, man. As always, I thank you guys for coming to my channel. I was kind of debating about should I share this story, and I am, and it's not negative. It's just putting the truth out there as it unfolds, you know. And every now and then I get this, and let me say this before I say this. My father pet peeve, and mine is too, when you're not paying attention, you know. When it's quite obvious you kind of speeding over things, you're not being thorough, then you come to me with a discrepancy as if I dropped the ball when in actuality you dropped the ball because you weren't paying attention, you know. That gets me. Just like I said, you know, a lot of my father traits I've inherited, and that's one of them. I'm like, come on, man, read slowly, grasp it, and then come forth with your complaint, discrepancy, whatever. So I get an email, and I'm not going to mention the country that I got it from because I've had issues similar to that from the same country. And by no means I'm trying to stereotype to say everybody in this country acts and behaves like this. Not saying that at all. Got to make that clear. So I get an email saying, hey, I paid you for this yesterday, and I haven't gotten no response. You know, is it still available? And I'm saying to myself, if I got this yesterday and I didn't get anything before I went to bed, I went to bed pretty late last night, you know, so it must have came, if it came later that evening. So why is this less than a day response as far as a follow-up? Because first what should have happened was you send me an email to confirm your inquiry. Then we move from there. You don't just send the money and then when no one responds in only 4 hours, because I got up and read that email about 5:30 this morning, you know. So I'm like, they said, yeah, I sent you the money and I got no response from you. And again, I'm saying, well, if you just sent it last night, give me a day, you know. In business, you give people like a day or two to respond to when you get to it, or, you know, it's still kind of early to kind of do a follow-up. So this person claimed to send me money for some DVDs. Actually, it was a download, but they thought they were going to get DVDs sent to another country. Who's going to pay for that? Okay. So I said, well, let me check, you know, PayPal to see if what you sent is there. I went, nothing. So I responded back, said, sir, there's no record of you sending me money. I did send you money. Now, this is a friendly exchange. It's not hostile. So I want to make that clear. You know, neither one of us was heated or salty. I did send it to you. I said, well, it's not here. Maybe it's going to post in a couple of hours because sometimes they are a little delayed. And I said, he said, yeah, I sent it and I'll send you the receipt where I sent it. I said, well, that'd be helpful because it's not here, you know. So he sent it to me. Or before, I'm going to say, are you sure you sent it to the right email address? Because sometimes that happens. People send it to the wrong email address. So he said, no, I sent it to you and I'll send you the receipt. I'm like, well, please do, so we can kind of clear this up. So he sent it to me. Now, my PayPal address is real simple, and I even say that in every video I'm selling something. I say it and then I leave it right down in the up there under the subject line. It's MorrisMan64 Hotmail. So when he came, he sent it to MorrisMan64 Hotmail. So I responded. I said, well, so you sent it to the wrong email address because my email is MorrisMan64, not MorrisMan64. Oh, okay. Is these still available to ship overseas? And my response was, do the math. First of all, in that particular video, I don't mention anything about shipping outside the United States. And when I do, I politely tell you guys you're going to have to add $16 to $18 more because that's how much it costs. You know, I've been going to the post office for 5 years and I've shipped a lot of stuff overseas, so I know how much it costs. So I'm saying to myself, so if you're paying $13 for the songs, that's going to be more to ship it, the price of what it costs. But again, there was a misunderstanding again on his part. I was not shipping any physical DVDs. I was sending out a download. So it's like he missed out on the fact that, and it says it on the header, download, not shipping DVDs. Then here's my PayPal address to send it to you, you know, to send to me. So, you know, again, it's a case of just pay attention, please. You know, read everything, watch the whole video. Because I'm going to share this story. And I've shared it before, and it's funny, you know. And I stopped doing this for that reason. And unfortunately, some people come around and mess it up for other people, you know. But it's like, I'm tired of dealing with this, you know. If you just read and pay attention, we won't have a problem. But apparently you didn't read and pay attention. You know, I had a series of free downloads, and they were free. But I was asking for a donation. And the reason why I was asking for a donation was my time spent here. I got to send out all these emails to you guys for these songs. My time ain't free, you know. I don't have enough of my own time, you know. So I'm like, I don't have 30 minutes to give you or 20 minutes of how long it would take to send all these for free, you know. And then it's many of people. It's not just one dude and I'm spending 120 minutes. I'm spending hours sometimes sending these videos. So I'm like, my time is not free, but the song lessons are. So I hope you get that. If you don't, go have a nice day. You know, really go have a nice day. You know, so this one guy sent me an email, and I kind of read between the lines. I'm like, this guy didn't even watch the video, because he sent me a request here. Well, thanks. Yeah, send these free songs to this email. And I politely said, not a problem, but there is a $10 donation. Then he responded back, and still at that point just saying, okay, not a problem, thank you. He wants to dispute this. I'm like, okay, well, shoot your best shot, man. Oh, well, it said free in your on your video 3 times in the header. I'm like, but you apparently didn't watch the video. Please watch the video, because the video will calmly, happily tell you that the lessons are free, because those songs are $15 a lesson, and you getting like 11 songs for a donation of $11. Do the math, you know. It is free. Because if it wasn't free, it'd be about $50, you know? And, you know, he got kind of salty. Oh, you talking trash. I'm like, not talking trash. I'm just giving you the facts. And the facts read, these are free, but there's a donation. And apparently you didn't watch the video to get that, to read, to understand that. And you just seen the header up there free and say, hey, it's free, I want it. You know, I'm like, come on, man. That's the purpose of the video, to give you the instructions, you know? And, that I took that as, well, first it was offensive to me, and then it was like, it's that self-entitlement bullshit. People just think that because they ask for stuff, grown-ass man, think they're going to get shit for free, you know. Like my father said, being a grown-ass man, never asked another grown-ass man for something that you're not willing to pay for. Every now and then I get this, because I know you don't know what you don't know. You know, I get people that, I get a request of songs. I get about 50 to 100 requests a day, because these people don't realize the other dude had the same idea you had. You know, the other 99 people today, they want something for free. Unfortunately, I don't have that kind of time anymore, you know, due to things that are taking place in my personal life, and then the growth of my channel, which I appreciate each and every one of you guys. When I first started 7 years ago, had a subscriber list of about 100 people. Every now and then somebody asked me for something to do for free. Not a problem. I got the time. Now I get 99 of those a day, and again, I appreciate that. Then when I send them to the link to explain, you know, the tabbing service, don't hear from them more. So it's safe to assume, I thought I was going to get 3 hours of Morris Man day for free, because it takes me anywhere from an hour to 3 hours to do the songs or the stuff that you see on my channel with the chords across the screen. That takes anywhere from an hour to 3 hours to do. You know, learning the song, which is not a problem, videotaping the song, putting it in Sony editing it, rendering it, because the render takes an hour, you know, high definition. You know, so I'm like, I'm sorry, dude, but I don't have 3 hours to give to you. I don't, you know. And again, I don't hear them from no more. It's like, okay, I was expecting it for free, but I guess not. And that's the reason why. It ain't that I'm being salty or snarky or I ain't doing this for you. I can't do it for you. You know, it'd be unfair to the people that pay me for a tabbing service, because I do have a tabbing service. $15 a song, 2 song minimum. And in some cases, it might be a little bit more because of how complex the song is, you know. But for the most part, it's anywhere from $15 to $20. Usually it's no more than $20. You know, the bass tabs are a little more because I have to tabulate each note. You know, it's much easier doing the guitar thing because it's just a group of chords, usually like maybe 4 chords. In this part of the song, maybe 2 chords in here, and I'm done. But when it's a bass tab and the bass line has got a lot of movement to it, I got to tab every single one of those notes. Because if I don't, you won't be able to follow it, you know. And if I miss a note, or if I miss a note, you hear it, you know. But I just thought I would, you know, do this video and explain some of the things that I just explained. Because again, you don't know what you don't know. So it's up to me to kind of really lay it out to you, to say this is how it works, and this is how it's done. So you won't have any assumptions as far as I'm gonna ask Morris Man to do these songs. Because one guy sent me like a list. I'm like, who's gonna do all this for free, man? You talking about like 2 days worth of work here, you know? And then I had one guy, and I'm gonna sign off now, because as I think about these, they're funny, and I just want to share them with you guys. And some of you guys like, man, these dudes got a lot of nerves, man. You know, I asked them for all this, and they ain't trying to pay you nothing. And it ain't about the money. It's about the time that I spend doing this. When I could be over here doing this and getting paid well doing this, I take a moment out of that day where I make $100 in 30 minutes doing studio work to do this for $15 and spend an hour doing this, you know. And it's important that I just share and break this down to people that don't get it. Because there are some people who don't get it. You know, it's like, okay, well, now you do get it, you know. Because there's some people you tell them, they got it. They hit the floor running, you know. Got to appreciate it. There's some people that don't have a clue. Yeah, Morris Man sit here, he got like 9 hours out of his day to just do all this stuff for free. I don't, you know. And even if I did, I shouldn't, because you pay people for their service. You know, it's just that simple. I go nowhere and do nothing that I don't pay people for their time and their services. You know, even when they don't want to. No, take it, dude. Because I don't want you to have this hanging over my head when you get angry at me and you start, you know, sprouting this out. Well, I remember when I did this. I don't want to never hear that conversation, because I'm not going to do anything to set that up. You know, you'll never be able to have that conversation with me about, oh, I remember when I did this more. No, Morris Man paid you, okay? And he paid you well, you know, and that's how it should be. Instead of assuming self-entitlement, I'm going to get it because I simply asked, you know. Grown-ass man should never ask another grown-ass man for nothing, something he ain't willing to pay for. And on that note and that statement, I'm going to sign off. Till next time, take care and thanks for watching.